Oh, thank you, Janet.
I brought it in here.
Yeah, I'll go get it in a minute.
Okay.
Or you can go get it.
Good morning, John Boy.
We are going live.
Oh, thank you, Janet.
I brought it in here.
Move and go back to the Zoom. Okay, no more echoes. We're all set, except Stephen went to get a piece of paper that he left in the living room, so we'll let him.
Oh, sisters and brothers, welcome to another edition of the Catbird Café. By the New England Wildlife Center. Tonight's suggested themes are Independence Day, which is Monday. Yesterday. That shows. Oh yeah, like I care.
Right.
It's a Hawaii Day.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Hence Karen's attire.
Clean-
Aloha.
Aloha. And it's Clean Beaches Week. Should all be out picking up trash.
I did
Yeah.
that. I did that today on my walk.
I figured you would.
Good.
Yeah. And Blueberry Month.
Blueberries.
Okay.
Love
Everybody
it.
likes blueberries.
Who could possibly put those in one song?
I thought I,
Imagine
I
who
thought
could
I,
do that.
You.
I thought I contributed. I thought I contributed to clean beaches when I took my shower.
Good deal. All right, are we
Being a son of the beach, I really like it.
Arr.
Nothing like bad puns to start the
I
day.
know, I know.
All right, John McHugh starts off, followed by Mike Delaney, followed by Busking Betty, followed by Jay Nutt. Tom might be late, he says.
Okay.
Well, that was actually Mike that said he might be late,
Oh, Mike. Yeah.
but Mike isn't late.
No. So anyway, put your little hands together for Mr. John McHugh.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Yeah. A couple of weeks ago, Tom was at Quincy Porch Fest, as was Betty and Andy, and they both fantastic. Everything was great. Yeah. Yeah. This one has all four themes in it, and I've only got the one song tonight. I called it Tropical Staycation. I'm dreaming of Hawaiian Islands. My mind's radio is dialing to the frequency that they transmit. Pristine beaches, turquoise ocean, coconuts and suntan lotion. I'm at peace whenever I think of it. But I wake up and then I find my trip was only in my mind. I'm not in that tropic paradise. On Nantasket Beach I lie, not a Wahoo or a Molokai. It's almost as nice without the price. 4th of July, weekend's hot. I'll make the most of what I got, my friends. I'll drink blueberry beer from Maine, eat ice cream to cool my brain, and then do it again. Who needs the Hawaiian Islands? As time goes by, I find I'm smiling. I don't have to go away, I guess. Massachusetts is just fine to while away the summertime. If you want to travel, be my guest. If you want to travel, be my guest.
Yes, indeed.
Did it again.
Does it again.
All right.
Thank you all.
All right.
That was real nice.
Thank
Really
you.
was.
Yeah.
Very nice song.
And Mike, apparently, whoever shows up had a special Saturday show today. Usually they're on at night.
Yeah,
Well, they're usually
yeah.
on, what, Wednesday nights
Wednesday
every week?
night, I think.
But,
Tuesday.
Tuesday night at Daddy's Beach Club or whatever it's called.
right.
But this one was at the the Bernie King Pavilion,
Yeah.
big dance floor. That's where it was today.
Okay.
It was
It
the
was
first,
well attended. It was
first of
great.
all the summer shows that they're doing at the pavilion all year.
Oh, very
They had
good.
WSU for the first one, which was very cool. All right, now.
Yes.
who
He's
was
all
Spotlight?
queued up and ready to go.
There he is.
Yeah, here he is.
Folks, it's Mike Delaney.
Mike Delaney.
So I've got two songs on the Hawaii theme, and the first one's called the Hawaii Blues, and it features the way you play it. I played this at Rosendale Open Mic in 2018 when I was getting ready to go to move to Hawaii. And I told Charlie Ortolani, you play an A chord, and then you don't. It's badoo badoo. An island in the Pacific, surrounded by water and fish. It took a while to get here, but now I'm in a fix. The weather is always perfect, the tide is always high. I live with such aloha, it makes me want to cry. I've got the Hawaii blues. Can I really live the dream? I have so much to lose. It makes me want to scheme. Shave ice instead of ice cream, and pineapple everywhere, and sweet coconut milk and plumeria in the air. Every day's nirvana, so much that I would miss. Only thing that troubles me, can you really die from bliss? I've got the Hawaii blues. Can I really live the dream? I have so much to lose, it makes me want to scheme. A 5,000-mile journey to escape the shame in D.C. That electile dysfunction was awful plain to see. Now still my stress is mounting, I'm so depressed and tired. But how good would it feel to shout at him, "You're fired"? I've got the Hawaii blues. Can I really live the dream? I have so much to lose, it makes me want to scheme. I need to work on scheming and make a secret plan. My own treacherous conniving to save our sacred land. I'll tell him there's an orange planet where he could build a shrine, and he could rule forever, but first he must resign. I've got the Hawaii blues. Can I really live the dream? I have so much to lose, it makes me want to scheme. I have so much to lose, it makes me want to scheme.
Am I making the crackling sound?
It's your guitar, I think. It sounds like popcorn.
Because
That's-
it says my internet connection is bad, but I went off and came back on. Did the crackling go away?
I think we all
No.
heard it.
Yeah,
It was
no,
Mike's.
When he
Yeah,
said,
I don't think it's you.
I don't
I think
think
it's me, and I don't know
You
why,
did,
and there's
so-
nothing I can do about it right this second. I don't
there
think.
it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what's, because I can hear it, and I don't know what it is.
Okay,
But I'm going to play my second song anyway, and I hope
Good.
it
That's
sounds
good.
okay. Yeah.
good deal.
So the second song, back in the mid-1800s during the potato famine in Ireland, when people immigrated to America, they would give them a wake, and they called it an American Wake. And I wrote a song called American Wake. And then in 2018, probably again, I'm getting ready to go to Hawaii, and I wrote a song called Hawaiian Wake. So this is my Hawaiian Wake song. 6,000 miles will be between us, too far to go on a lark. Unlikely we'll ever be back, so we sing till long after dark. Last time with friends of a lifetime, tears flow and hearts break, celebrating one last time at our Hawaii way. At our Hawaiian wake, we're drinking Mai Tais and eating haupia cake. Our luau is a final party, a celebration hearty, our Hawaiian way. Wearing leis of plumeria and necklaces of kukui nuts. 2 more haoles heading for paradise, as long as we have the guts. We'll be missing Boston, fond memories are all we'll take. It's one big aloha oi at our Hawaiian way. At our Hawaiian wake, we're drinking Mai Tais and eating haupia cake. Our luau is a final party, a celebration hearty, our Hawaiian way. You'll be my ukulele lady as we sing and frolic in the blue. We may seem to be a little crazy, but we're always seeking something new. With you as my ukulele lady, we'll be heading out to Honolulu. Yes, there'll be no other ukulele lady who could rival you. At our Hawaiian wake, we're drinking Mai Tais and eating haupia cake. A luau is a final party, a celebration hearty, our Hawaiian way. Our Hawaiian way. Our Hawaiian way.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I like those songs.
Probably most of you know that Mike lived in Hawaii for a little while.
Yeah, little while.
But
It was a little.
matter of weeks.
Yeah, just about.
Okay.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here.
Thank you.
Yeah, great to have you. Glad you made it in time.
So Betty and Andy in next, then we'll talk to Jaina, and then in as much as Tom's not going to show up, Karen Sauer would be after that.
So Betty and Andy, there they are, and Spotlight, and yay.
Hey, Glenn.
Howdy.
Hey, great to see you guys.
Nice to see you too. All
I
right.
got the goofy Hawaiian shirt, and as far as Berry goes, we're gonna do Chucky Berry.
Oh, all right. All right, ladies and germs.
Oh, go ahead.
Let's hear it for back to back.
There you go. That's what I was waiting for.
Was a teenage boy and the young folks we still well. Could see that Betty did truly love the mademoiselle. And now the young man sorrow that I have on the chapel bell. Say what they say the young folks goes to show you never can tell.
They first off in the park and waited to room rowboat sail. The cooler radio was streaming with DVDs and ginger ale. But when Pierre found work, cause his money coming worked out well. Say that he said the young folks, I'm sure you never
it's all rock and roll, rhythm and jazz. But when the sun went down, the rapid tempo and the music fell. And I did say the old folks, goes to show you never can tell.
They bought a super treaty, Cherry Rig 93. They drove it down to Aldi's to celebrate the anniversary. It was there that Pierre was married to the lovely Mademoiselle. See that being said, the old folks,
goes to show you never can tell. Teenage wedding and the old folks wished them well. We could see that they did truly love the Mademoiselle. And now the young old farmer let her off from the chapel bell. See that niece and the old folks goes to show you never can tell. See that niece and the old folks goes to show you never can tell. See the niece and the old folks, goes to show you never can tell.
Very good.
and of course, what would be Chuck Berry night except for this? Way down to Louisiana, close to New Orleans, back to Peter Hill on the 8th Street. They stood an old cabin made of earth and wood, and in a country boy named Johnny B. Good. Never ever heard a reader write so well, but he could be the guitar just like a ringing the bell. Go, go! Go, Johnny, go, go! Go, Johnny, go, go! Go, Johnny, go, go! Go, Johnny, go, go! Ah, Johnny be good. He used to carry that King Kong in a gunny sack, zipping down the tree by the railroad track. And when he would see him sitting in the straight, he'd be strumming through the rhythm that the riders made. People coming by, they would stop and wait. Mama, that little country boy could play. Go, go! Go, Johnny, go, go! Go, Johnny, go, go! Go, Johnny, go, go! Go, Johnny, go, go! Well, Johnny be good. Mama told him some of you would be a man. You would be the leader of a big old band. Many people coming from miles around to hear you play that music when the sun goes down. Maybe someday they will be in line. But Johnny be good tonight. Go, 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 go. Go, Johnny, go, go. Go, Johnny, go, go. Go, Johnny, go. go, go. Go, Johnny, go, go. Johnny,
Love the choreography.
Rock out.
hey, come out of my shell.
I missed the duck walk.
Hey, yeah.
Not enough room, you know.
Right.
But the,
Yeah, that's my second
Look how
favorite
small
Chuck Berry song.
the parallel playing was great.
My favorite Chuck Berry song is, of course, "My Ding-a-Ling," and
Yes.
my favorite verse, which is "I boogied in the kitchen, I boogied in the hall,
Boogied in the hole.
I
got
boogied in
some on
my finger, and I wiped it on the wall."
But see, we're politically correct, so we can't do this anymore.
All right, who next? Jaina.
Jaina, we talked to Jaina.
Then it would be Karen, and then Neil. Hey, Glenn. Hey, Paul. Hey, Jaina. What's up?
It's not me.
No,
I know. That was John.
It's either
I just-
John or
I just
Neil
muted.
or
It was John. I muted him.
okay. So what's up? How you doing?
Doing
Have you had to take shelter?
not in the past few days.
But before that,
It was interesting for a while.
I'll bet. Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, we've been in the building for 2 years. We finally got to meet all the neighbors.
Oh, good point. All right. All right.
Yeah,
How's the grandkids?
they're okay. Doing good.
So everything's all right. Yeah, interesting.
Interesting.
To go to. Yeah, that's like saying the war is annoying. You know.
Yes, we live in interesting times. My ambition in life is to be bored.
Right.
Yeah.
Good point.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah. All right. Let's stop torturing her.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks for the
Bye.
music.
Good to see you. Now, Karen.
Now, Karen. And
I completely forgot it was Hawaii Day. I could have worn my Hawaiian shirt, although I don't have a beautiful Hawaiian dress or a lei.
very cool. So on July 11th, there will be an MGG No Kings Mayor Wu benefit concert, and our next performer will be performing there. Let's hear it for Karen Sauer.
I will not be performing these songs. So I'm really into this Hawaiian Day, and my first song is written by Mike Delaney about himself, and my second song is written by me about Mike Delaney. So I think he might even have a birthday coming up soon. Anyway, Mike, there's some things you need to know about Mike. He worked for the MWRA and was very, almost single-handedly cleaned up Boston Harbor. And he wears shorts. And so the song that Mike wrote is a parody of a Jimmy Buffett song. And I couldn't have picked Jimmy Buffett out of a lineup. However, he wears shorts. So really, he looks just like Mike. So this is a parody that Mike wrote of a song called Cheeseburgers in Paradise. And this is called Masshole in Paradise. And it's about, as Mike mentioned, he moved to Hawaii. There'll be more about that later. So this is Masshole in Paradise, I hope. Boston born and Boston raised, lived there all my life so far. Others hate us 'cause they ain't us. In the land of sports and bars, now is the time for my escape. Retired to the land of aloha and lays. This Boston boy is Hawaii bound to relax for the rest of my days. Masshole in paradise, all the traffic jams I've paid the price. No cars buried under snow and ice, still I'm a masshole in paradise. Pardon my French, but I'm a masshole, and excuse my arrogant style. And I'm sorry for all the Super Bowls, but we belonged on the top of the pile. Yes, I'm proud to be a masshole, 'cause that's simply what we are. But I'll become a surfing grandpa or a ukulele star. Masshole in paradise, trading JP licks for mango shave ice. I'll miss the thin crust pizza slice, still I'm a masshole in paradise. No, you can't take the boy out of Boston, but you can't take Boston out of the boy. That didn't seem right. You can take the boy out of Boston, but you can't take Boston out of the boy. I'm dropping my R's forever for a lifetime of aloha joy. So I'm a masshole in paradise. It's an understandable vice, though some cranberry sauce would be nice. Still I'm a masshole in paradise. Masshole in paradise, don't need to think, don't ask me twice. It's not that much of a sacrifice, so I'm a masshole in paradise. Masshole in paradise. Masshole in paradise.
All right, Aaron.
You get the idea, maybe.
Remember when we had that big going away party for Mike?
Yes.
And then he came back a month later. And it was,
Yes, and that's just what the next song is about.
okay.
Not gonna let him forget that. No, no.
I wrote a going away song for him.
Yep.
And so that's part one of this song, and then part two is him coming back. But even with two parts, it's quite short. How's that? Okay, so this is the Mike song, part one. Mike started thinking Boston water's now safe for drinking, and he got the notion that he should test the waters in a different ocean. Life in the Pacific is sure to be terrific. Pineapples everywhere, not to mention poi. Pipeline is beckoning, do you think the islands are ready for him? Playing in the water, will his shorts get even shorter? Mike'll be shooting the curl, Joan will be his surfer girl. They'll be halfway around the world, and they'll be eating poi. Mike is headed for Hawaii, don't you wonder why he thinks we can live without him? There's something special about him. Joan will be hanging 10 while Mike plays a hula on the mandolin. Let's make a plan to visit them so we can try some poi. We're gonna miss you, Mike. Ta-ta for now. End of part one. Part two. So we had a celebration in honor of the relocation. Mike said aloha, which means goodbye as well as hello. Was he really gonna go? Wah! Then Mike and Joan departed. Rom was broken-hearted and bereft, and if that weren't enough, they gave away most of their stuff before they left. Oops. After not a very long time, we got an email with this subject line. Are you sitting down? And this was the message. Hello, Romulans. Here's a secret that I've only told Neil and Chris so far. We're coming back. Too much paradise, too homesick. I feel guilty about having the go-away party and then coming back, but so it goes. So there. And Mike and Joan left paradise to come home and get teased for the rest of their lives. We're happy to oblige. So there.
Bravo.
Great song.
What a fabulous
How
set,
about
Karen.
Mike?
Yeah.
He loves it.
That was so fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Karen.
Thank you. Neil is next, and then Val, and then Glenn. Anybody else in the peanut gallery?
Not yet.
Okay. Hey, Neil.
Hi there. I mean, we should just be honored that he preferred us to Hawaii, and I really,
Yes, we were thrilled.
that's the important part.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes my breast swell with pride.
We got a lot of free CDs out of it. He brought a whole bunch of
Good
CDs
music, too.
around. Yeah.
Or cleaning up Mass Harbor was a piece of cake, so we had a breeze cleaning up the Pacific.
Right. That only took 2 weeks. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna try this song again. This is a true story. This is as close as I could come to actual truth. It's not a hyperbolic in any way. And even the last part where I didn't understand what was going on until I sat down to try to write a song about it 50 years later. It's called Maria and the Moon. He got on at the roadhouse and the greyhound roared again. And he had a few too many, or was the driver changing lanes? He hung over some empty seats to flirt with two young girls. Left them laughing as he looked around our humming twilight world. Oh, I wished I was invisible, but his trajectory was clear. At this point, what he wanted was a sympathetic ear. And as he folded in beside me, good time Charlie drained away. And another man poured out his heart in what he had to say. She's gonna call, I know she's gonna call. And I don't know what I'll tell her, should I answer it at all? Oh, I stared at that damn telephone, silent on the wall. But sure as the moon gonna rise tonight, I know she's gonna call. Oh, I wasn't always like this, I had a pretty normal life. But then I met Maria, and she had to be my wife. And I loved her, and she loved me, and I saw her when I could. We were getting set to marry, things were looking pretty good. But then one night she called me, and she said she'd met a man. She was gonna marry him, she had some kind of plan. He said he would take care of her, at least that's what she thought. But if she'd ever asked me, I'd have told her she'd been bought. But she's gonna call, I know she's gonna call. And I don't know what I'll tell her, should I answer it at all? Oh, I stared at that damn telephone, silent on the wall. But sure as the moon's gonna rise tonight, I know she's gonna call. Oh, that was 7 years ago, and I've learned to take the pain. But now some friends are telling me Maria's free again. So I've been sitting in that roadhouse wondering what I'm gonna say when Maria finally calls me after how she went away. This all happened many years ago, and it's just becoming plain. He must have done this trip quite often, 'cause the driver knew his name. So he'd have a few to face the pain, coming home alone. But tonight he'd had a few to face the ringing of the phone. She's gonna call, I know she's gonna call, and I don't know what I'll tell her, should I answer it at all. Oh, I stared at that damn telephone, silent on the wall. But sure as the moon's gonna rise tonight, I know she's gonna call.
Wow.
Oh, real good.
Yeah.
Song.
Well, I just takes a lot to get me to write a negative song like this, but I couldn't help this. So I wrote this before. You've heard it. Probably the last time I'll sing it. Maybe not. It's called We Are Ocean. Riding on a clown car with rapists and with brutes, thinking nothing gonna stop you as you gobble up the loot. But the ocean's getting wilder and you're covering your eyes. It'll drown your sorry Bitcoin and wash away your life. Rise up higher every day. The ocean gonna rise up and wash you all away. You think you can control us with your dogies and AI, and we'll stand up and salute when the clown car rumbles by. But let me tell you something, you're naked and obscene. Any human with a heart can unplug a machine. Rise up higher every day. The ocean gonna rise up and wash you all away. Your buddies bought a bunker on the coast of Caroline with the latest in security and cellar full of wine. But a hurricane is coming, getting stronger every day. At 200 miles an hour, it'll blow you all away. Rise up higher every day. The ocean gonna rise up and wash you all away. Oh, you'll wake up in a fever neighbor one dark and stormy day, and that sucking sound you hear will be your friends running away. You think you can ignore it, it will happen with a rush when mighty Mother Nature pulls the handle for a flush. Rise up higher every day. The ocean gonna rise up and wash you all away. You think you are the wizard and that twister writhing high can't find you in your palace where you think you're safe and dry. But you're still in Kansas, baby, no matter how you cry, and that house is gonna fall on you like judgment from the sky. Rise up higher every day. The ocean gonna rise up and wash you all away. And Hitler had his bunker, in the end he had to pay, and the hairy hounds of heaven came and carried him away. Rise up higher every day. The ocean gonna rise up and wash you all away.
Wow.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you sing that song again?
That's a sing-along.
Yeah.
Well, that is part of it, actually. I did feel like that, yeah. I don't know.
We liked it.
I don't like
Very
feeling
nice.
like that.
Yeah.
But it's true. That's the problem. That's why I sang it. It's because it's true.
You ought to
Anyway,
record it.
Yeah. It's a good one.
with your help, Steve.
Cool.
Okay, Val is next, then Glenn, then Jimmy. Jimmy.
Val next.
So regarding that kind of angry song, whoops, am I muted? No?
No.
Tell me how this sounds. Does that sound okay? A wise person once said, some people are too angry all the time and some people aren't angry enough. So I think we're in a time where some people, the right people, are not angry enough, but that's for another day. So I have two songs that are the newest that I've learned. One of them I'm still learning. They're songs that were introduced to me by two wonderful friends from the Golden Lake Folk Society. And I tried the first one the second one I'm going to sing I just heard 2 weeks ago, and it just blew me away when I heard it. The first one I heard a couple of years ago, and finally asked the performer, the Golden Link performer, for the chords, and so I'm going to sing it for you. Federal Express man was down on the driveway, out of his step and cursing your name. It wasn't the first time you changed his side mirror into a mirrorless frame. Though I know you are guilty of nothing except for a strong will to live in the light. You throw your seeds on the wind like a thistle. Good night, box elder. Good night. I sat down in town at a bar full of elbows. A man from the county told me time and again, when you try to cut down one like the heads of a hydra, they come back in a power of 10. Though I know you are guilty of nothing except for the strong will to live in the light. When you'll throw your seeds on the wind like a thistle. Good night, box elder, good night. And that man told me that from your tree they formed that cross on Calvary. And when people cried, crucify, Pilate washed his hands. A cloud of blue smoke will rise in the morning. The engine will sputter, the chain will spin. But here by my window tonight, it is quiet, except for the leaves in the wind. Oh, I know you are guilty of nothing, except for a strong will to live in the light. You throw your seeds on the wind like a thistle. Good night, box elder, good night. That song is called Box Elder, and it's written by a guy whose name is John Smith, Johnsmith, one word. Beautiful song, Box Elder. Thank you.
Thank you.
And this one, like I said, I heard 2 weeks ago, done by a really nice, good friend of mine from Golden Link, who was the feature that night at a local coffee house. And I was just blown away by this song, and he graciously gave me the chords. It's written by a guy named Michael Cooney. A year out of college, she finally found work in the Real as Life Mount Wax Museum. All day she would point to the history's greats, noon to 9 in the dim museum. Here's Caesar and Luther and Franklin and Locke, Churchill, Columbus, the death mask of Bach. Here's Shakespeare who said all the world is a stage. Here are knights from the Gothic age. They stood without speaking or sat looking wise in their velvets and linens and laces. But she longed for a sign from their porcelain eyes or a word from their waxy faces as she recited her phrases. Here's Newton, Da Vinci, Descartes, and De Gaulle, Virgil, who taught us that love conquers all. Here's Darwin in the fashions he wore when alive. He told us the fit survive. Spirits of history, this is no life for me. How can I make my own history? At closing, she hung up her Renaissance frock and went out where the night was clear. And passing a pub as she rounded the block, she said, I could use a beer. I'll see if there's life in here. The bartender smiled as he filled up her glass. She remembered that smile from psychology class. They'd shared observations in earlier days, so they talked while he wiped the trays. She told him, I work with the glorious dead, but I don't mean to do it forever. Oh, I know they were smart, and I quote them by heart. But as days follow days, they never say a single new thing that is clever. Here's Lenin and Lincoln and Grant and Monroe, standing as they just stood 12 months ago. I swear I would sooner pour scotch on the rocks for a person who breathes and talks. Said he, it is clear folks are different here, not so cold and much more quiet, not so quiet and not so cold. Still the wisest of guys have the glassiest eyes, and these nights are just as bold, and their lines are just as old. Here's your Harvey Wallbanger, your vodka and lime, 7 and 7 for the 17th time. Jack Daniels, 2 lagers, and an apricot flip. I'd quit, but I get good tips. That's how it could come to be, that all who thirst should come to me. I seek some sober society. Said the girl, it's late. Said he, if you'll wait till I'm through with these glasses and trays, we could go for a walk, continue our talk, maybe find some better ways to put some life into our day. Now when they go walking out under the stars, they don't quote the masters, they don't hit the bars. Though she once quoted Marx, who said workers unite, she found that man was right. Spirits of history, smile Smile on them, smile on me. God bless the lovers of liberty.
Wow.
Indeed. Yeah. Great song. Paulo, don't you forget it.
I tell you what, I've been singing this song now almost every day for a week, and that song makes me proud to be a song finder.
Okay, yeah. He's a song finder.
Yes.
Yep.
That was so well done. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Okay, well, Glenn is next, and then Jimmy. Then it'll be a word from our sponsor, and then Gaia.
Okay.
as
Hi,
we
guys.
roll along.
Hey, guy.
Hey, Glenn. What's up?
Mostly good stuff.
Hey, Glenn.
Hey, Val. It's been a minute.
You've been busy.
Yeah, it's just busy time of the year, which is good. Busy's good. Keeps me out of trouble.
There you go.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's Glenn Gardner.
Thank you, guys. Well, I'm going to start. I'm going to do one cover and one that I wrote, and this is an old Doobie Brothers song, of all things. It's called "Another Park, Another Lonely Sunday." I'm sitting in a room, staring out my window and wondering where you're gone. Thinking about the happy hours just before the dawn. And outside the wind is blowing, seems to call your name again. Where have you gone? City streets, empty highways I'm traveling down. Car is empty and the radio playing that same sad song. I'm just trying to find me a pretty smile that I can get into. It's true, I'm lost without you. Another lonely park, another Sunday. Sometimes life turns out that way. Just when you seem to find a good thing, it slips away. It's cold outside, clouds are in the sky. Gotta find myself a place to hide. Need someone else and I'll look for someone else, but I can cry all the tears in my eyes. Another park, another lonely Sunday. Sometimes life just works out that way. When you find a good thing, it'll slip away. Another park, another lonely Sunday. Sometimes life just works out that way. When you find find a good thing, it'll slip away. Another park, another lonely Sunday.
Yeah. One of the lesser known Doobie songs.
Yeah, very well done.
Thank you guys, Brothers Doobie. All right, I'm working on a new album and this is going to be on it. Kind of keep tightening the screws on this song. You guys know how that works. This one is called Basharit. Things come and go like a wheel of time. Brass ring can shine and glow, and then you know Basharit is meant to be. It ebbs and flows like the waves on the sea, like you and me, like you and me. Let's listen to the wind. Let's make our fate. Time will wait. Love wins in the end. Planets and stars align. It's a cosmic dance. You're dealt a winning hand, so take a chance. Just take a chance. Let's listen to the wind. Let's make our fate. Time will wait. Love wins in the end. Let's listen to the wind. Let's make our fate. Time will wait. Love wins in the end.
Great job.
Oh,
Nice,
thanks,
nice.
guys.
Well done.
Yeah. Wonderful song.
Thank you, folks.
I think you're done, Glenn. I don't think it needs anything.
You know, they're never done until someone just says to you, for Christ's sakes, just, record the damn thing already and
Yeah.
put it away.
Yeah. It's
right.
true.
But it was great.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Glenn. Good to see you.
Jimmy is next, and then you, and then Gaia.
Jimmy. Jimmy. Here we go.
You and
say me?
Jimmy, you and Mike, you'll be glad to know that next Saturday is Bald is In Day.
Oh, Bald is always in.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. But it's got a special day.
Put it
And
together, please. But
for the inner Texans in all of you, it's National Pecan Pie Day.
ooh,
Okay.
I like a little pecan pie.
Now and then.
Get
Yeah.
one slice every now and then.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Not
Otherwise, they're too
too much.
sweet.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But it's not pecan because that's what you carry on a boat in case of an emergency.
oh,
Oh dear. Oh, he's in rare form today.
yeah, he really
Yes.
is.
All right.
Pie's
Okay.
not sounding so good.
Ready to go?
Next week will be the
Thankfully
closest.
rare
back
form.
to
All right,
you.
folks, let's hear it for the one and only Jimmy Lunsford.
Thank you guys very much. Very, very much. Hold the bus.
You're very soft, Jimmy.
Oh,
Barely hear you.
I wonder why. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you, but it's just
Yeah.
soft.
Just soft.
So let's see. Where would I find a microphone adjustment?
I give up.
in
You want to go down to audio settings and click on the arrow beside it, the microphone, Yep. There you go. and there Audio should be settings in audio there. settings there, and the microphone slider is on that box. Oh yeah. Let's move that. Hey, how you doing? 1, 2. How's that work? Oh yeah, 1, 2. Well, much 1, better. 2.
Yeah.
Much better. Bring it all the way up and see what happens. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Yeah, that might be too much, I guess. I bet it's okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. It's all right.
Because I'll be picking and I'm playing this high string guitar and it's kind of quiet anyway, so I'm tempted to leave it. Yeah, give it a shot. Right there and
Go ahead.
see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't get all buzzy. Bzzz. Thank you, John. John McHugh. You are the man, buddy. Thank you. Hold on. Didn't I just do this? All right, there we go. Boom. All right. Always. It's a highlight of my week to be here on Saturday afternoons with all of you. Gonna play a couple of originals here on this high string guitar, aka 12 string with the 6 low strings taken off. And then I have tuned it down 1.5 steps and dropped what was originally an E down to a D, down to a C, and now a B. I think that's right. But it does this. It just makes my day. The first song is called Drifting. Both of these songs are on the home album, and this is called, I think, Drifting Heart. Turn to the left, twirl to the right, dip and chassez your way all through the night. Buoyed by the seas of love you release, and dance on waves that bring sailors to their knees. Drifting along
currents and tides tease you and pull you and cast you aside. You've learned to dance and take it in stride, and more than survive, you love and you thrive, where fear keeps the timid at bay. And lost souls are claimed every day. The deeper the sea, the more you feel free, and journey ever on your way, and journey ever on your way. The earth and the sun and the moon play their part and set in motion the waves of the heart. You're at the mercy of the universe, dancing gracefully for better or for worse, where fear keeps the timid at bay. And lost souls are claimed every day. The deeper the sea, the more you feel free, and journey ever on your way, and journey ever on your way, and journey ever on.
Nice, Jimmy.
That's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Is that yours, Jimmy?
That's mine, buddy. Yes, sir.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. How can people get your CD that's on?
Anybody that wants that album, slip me a note in the notes, and I will send you one.
Wow. Okay.
Superb.
This is a song about a friend of mine who I'm very humbled to call my friend. He is a huge inspiration in music, and he's spent his life in baseball and music. And for that reason, the song is called Sailor of Two Seasons. And it's inspired by him, as well as a show that he does every year on the Star of India. A wonderful, the oldest active tall ship in the country, maybe the world. The Star of India has sailed around the world. It was built in 1863, if I remember, in England, and has sailed around the world, mind-blowing, 21 times.
and then sailed up and down the west coast of North America from Alaska to Baja 22 times.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm just like, and when he every December does a show in the bowels of that beautiful, wonderful ship, it just transports me. I will say transports you, meaning it transports pretty much anybody who is there. But that's what this song is about. Inspired by him. It's called. His name is Tim Flannery, and this is the Sailor of Two Seasons. Put me on the boat, I wanna go where she is going. Put me on the boat, I wanna sail. Put me on the boat, I wanna sing what she is singing. Put me on the boat and I will sail. Moored in San Diego, he's a sailor of two seasons. With the boys of summer, he's anchored away. But come late fall, a siren calls and beckons with good reason. His soul is singing right through the change of stage. Moored in San Diego, she's a jewel of seven seas, and as tall and strong as ever under sail. And every fall in her hold, the sailor of two seasons embarks with her imparting song and tale. So put me on the boat, I wanna go where she is going. Put me on the boat, I wanna sail. Put me on the boat, I wanna sing what she is singing. Put me on the boat and I will sail. The hard life of a sailor hasn't changed through generations. It's months away from family and home. But life is lived and songs are born in triumphs and frustrations. The sailor of two seasons well knows. In ports of call near and far, the sailor mentors others. Honor the game and the game honors you. And thrice in more than 30 years, with his band of brothers, he savored the mountaintop and the view. And come late fall, the seasons change. The sailor counts his blessings in songs of life and love and gratitude. And amid the decks and sails and rigs, the ship itself is singing with 2 seasons worth of latitude. So put me on the boat, I wanna go where she is going. Put me on the boat, I wanna sail. Put me on the boat, I wanna sing what she is singing. Put me on the boat and I will sail. Put me on the boat, I wanna go where she is going. Put me on the boat, I wanna sail. Put me on the boat, I wanna sing what she is singing. Put me on the boat and I will sail. Put me on the boat and I will sail.
That's very nice.
Great job.
Beautiful, Jimmy.
Thank you. Very much.
Good to hear you.
Jimmy, question. Who maintains the boat? Who is responsible for the boat? For that?
The Serotyne. I just dyslexic everything. The San Diego Maritime Museum is what the ship is a part of, and it's an organization that takes care of the Star of India. There's another one called the California. There's I think the USS Midway is right there. The Midway is the ship on which the Japanese surrendered in World War II. There's a submarine there. It's all along the harbor right there in San Diego. It's just museum piece after museum piece, and it's beautiful and wonderful. And Tim plays music and has been all his life. Played baseball and coached for more than 30 years. There's a line in the song that says, "Thrice in more than 30 years with his band of brothers, he's savored the mountaintop and the view." That's from when the San Francisco Giants won 3 world championships. He was on the top of the mountain at that point, and but it's his music inspires me, and him as a musician and as a friend inspires me. So he gets a song.
All right, he sounds like he deserves one, and it was a great song. Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
We're next.
We are next.
Before we have a word from our sponsor, I want to remind you again that on July 11th, next Friday, from 7:30 to 9:30 at the First Parish Uni Church at 575 Canton Ave in Milton, there will be an MGG No Kings concert to benefit Mayor Wu. And I guess representative of the mayor will be speaking. And Reggie Gibson will be our feature performer. He's just wonderful, a great poet. Let's see, I'll be there. Karen Sauer will be there, and Doran Israel, and Diane Battistella.
And lots more people that aren't part of Catbird.
That's right. We don't mention them.
No, they don't deserve it.
And I have here a book of a list of books that are anti-fascist books and therefore have been banned. And hopefully, we've read a lot of them, but not all of them. We got 1984 by George Orwell, Animal Farm by George Orwell, Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury, The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood, Brave New World by Aldous Huxley, and The Wave by Todd Strasser. I haven't read that. We by Evgeny Zamyatin. It Can't Happen Here by Sinclair Lewis, A Wrinkle in Time by Madeleine L'Engle, V for Vendetta by Alan Moore, The Long Walk Home by Stephen King, and Anything by Hannah Arendt. Hannah, sorry, can't read.
Stephen, can I ask you real quick?
Yeah.
Would you mind holding that up and I can take a picture of it? Ah, yeah, there you go, baby.
You got it?
2, 3. Got it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, now it's time for a word from our sponsor.
And I'm sorry about the loud bird. I'll get rid of her soon, but couldn't leave while it was my turn. So anyway, as you know, we are here in large part to help support the New England Wildlife Centers and the great work that goes on at both facilities, one in Weymouth, Massachusetts, the other on Cape Cod in Barnstable, Massachusetts. Very busy time for them, and if you have it available for a few bucks to pass along, or go to their website where they have a wish list of supplies that they need, an Amazon list where you can order something for them and sent directly to them. Lots of ways to help them, and then the non-costly ways of just going to their Facebook pages and following them, and I think they're on all the social media um,
Platforms.
platforms, but I only do Facebook really. So I don't know about the rest of them, but anyway, whatever you can do to help support the centers, we so appreciate it. And I know all of you, many of you anyway, have done an awful lot already. So not asking for craziness, just asking for help if and when you can and you're so inclined. I don't think I have any new stories this week. I think we talked about last week the the little raccoon, the juvenile raccoon that got his head stuck in a peanut butter jar.
Yeah.
And fortunately, he was found and got extricated. But it's a good example of how if you're throwing out food, throwing out jars, cans, everything, clean them first, or at least put the lid on so they can't stick their heads in. And we already talked about the turtle pond and how they're helping take care of an entire pond's worth of turtles, which they already did for a Quincy pond that Mike talked about maybe a year ago.
Yeah.
And now this is a new pond that needed to be dredged, and it was they were looking at just having the turtles have to not survive, and then they came up with this idea of the wildlife center perhaps could take care of them. So anyway, it's a lot of work, a lot of money to pay for the food to keep these turtles alive. So anyway, we appreciate anything and everything that you do and have done, and thank you for being here.
Kathy Donlin. Right.
Hey, Kathy, I can't see you, but you can't see me, but I can hear you.
Great, Neil. Thank you for saying you like our haircuts. We
They look so nice, both of you.
You old flatterer.
Yeah, summary look.
So Gaia is next, and then Steve, and then maybe Ron. And if not Ron, then Chris Kramer.
And she's not here yet either.
Okay, well, we'll
just have to
holding
see.
our breaths.
Yeah.
And Gaia, we were noticing on a map, Donald Trump's great new, what does he call it, the Golden Dome, which is to protect America against missile attacks, and it does not cover Hawaii or Alaska.
Yeah, well, with his feelings about Obama, you wouldn't expect it to, would you?
No.
Oh,
All right, folks, please welcome back Gaia Best.
Hey, get here.
okay. Well, I moved here over 30 years ago, so sometimes I forget about some of these things because they've just been integrated in my life. But I'm going to start with a John Cruz song. He's a Grammy Award-winning friend of mine that from Hawaii. He wrote this song. We'll start with that one. It's called Island Style. On the island, we do it island style. From the mountain to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. On the island, we do it island style. From the mountain to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. Mama's in the kitchen cooking dinner real nice. Beef stew on the stove, lummy salmon with the ice. We eat and drink and we sing all day. Ka'ana kapa'ili in the old Hawaiian way. On the island, we do it island style. From the mountain to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. On the island, we do it island style. From the mountain to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. We go Grandma's house on the weekend, clean the yard. If we no go, Grandma gotta work hard. You know my grandma, she liked the poi real sour. I love my grandma every minute, every hour on the island. We do it island style. From the mountain to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. On the island, we do it island style. From the mountain to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. Mama in the kitchen cooking dinner real nice. Beef stew on the stove, loamy salmon with the ice. We eat and drink and we sing all day. Ka'ana kapa'ili in the old Hawaiian way on the island. We do it island style. From the mountain to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. On the island, we do it island style. From the mountain to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. John Cruz.
Nice.
Well done.
Nicely done, man.
His music's worth checking out if you like Hawaiian.
Oh, yeah, it's a great song.
Okay. Yeah, he moved over to Maui a number of years ago. He lived on Oahu before that, but we're pretty good friends. We hang out and sing together. We used to, haven't for a few years, not since COVID, but he's here. Okay, and the next song I'm gonna do is a Joni Mitchell song. She loved Hawaii, and she wrote a few songs while she was over here on the islands. And this is a song that she wrote while she was on Maui about Oahu. And by the way, that tree museum that she refers to, it's for we're Kama'aina, people that live here, we don't have to pay, but for people who come to visit, it's up to about $5 now instead of a buck 50 or whatever. The tree museum, it's in the song. Here we go. Joni Mitchell, Big Yellow Taxi. They paved paradise, put up a parking lot with a pink hotel, a boutique, and a swinging hot spot. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? They paved paradise, put up a parking lot. They took all the trees and put 'em in a tree museum. And they charge the people $1.50 just to see 'em. Ooh, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? They pave paradise, put up a parking lot. Now, hey, farmer, farmer, put away that DDT now. Give me spots on my apples, but leave me the birds and the bees, please. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? They paved paradise, put up a parking lot. Now late last night I heard that screen door slam, and a big yellow taxi took away my old man again. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? They paved paradise, put up a parking lot. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? They paved paradise, put up a parking lot. Paved paradise, put up a parking lot. They put up a parking lot. Boom. Joni Mitchell.
All right.
Again, great job.
Nice, Gail.
Okay, Steve Azaro says, by the way, Gay, the Red Sox just beat the Nationals 10-3.
Ooh, I bet you're happy.
Yes, they are the embodiment of mediocrity, the Red Sox are.
I thought they were already out of it, Stephen.
And well, then it's quite a race in the American League East.
Well, the Padres beat the Rangers yesterday,
Cool.
and we're playing them again today. When we were over there on the East Coast playing our Padres, you guys had so much. We kept getting rain delays and rained out like almost every day over there. It was crazy.
Right. Yeah, it's been weird.
But the only one I like on the Nationals is C.J. Abrams. We had him on the Padres, and I was really sad when they traded their little shortstop. He's amazing, but anyway. Sorry for your loss.
All right. Thanks, Gaya. Steve Azaro is next. He says, pledge allegiance to the Republic of the United States of America And yeah, and there he is. And I don't know what to say about this guy. He's got a real social conscience, and he's not giving it up. And you got to respect him for that. Put your hands together for Steve Azzaro.
Hey, Steve, good to see you again, my friend.
Thank you, Stephen. So good to see you, Stephen and Kathy and everybody. This song I just finished, some of you have heard it. It's about a gigantic mythical beast called the dun cow, reported to be 4 yards high and 12 yards long, that gave endless milk to all those in need. That's one part of the mythology. And this is just one spin on the myth about the dun cow. My friends, this is the tale of the dun cow, the bishop, and the saint. Raise your tankards high, brimming with ale. Hear now the dun cow's wandering tale. Her mystical magic, forever grand, that inspired the faithful throughout the land, throughout the land. In the Highland heart, as the wild wind blows, the dun cow legend still lives and grows. She's a beacon of peace from Warwickshire County, sharing her kindness for posterity. Elder and ash, hazel and hawthorn, from Mother Nature, from then she was born. She is a symbol of love, hope, and purity, a brilliant creation, kindly and free. Through Warwickshire pastures she first was seen. She was a bovine beauty, she was stately and serene. No beast of burden, never bound by the yoke, a mystical creature that old legend spoke. She wandered alone, yet seemed heaven sent, as if on a holy mission with sacred intent. The maid who pursued her lost her from sight, encountered some travelers by the morning light. Raise your tankard high, it's brimming with ale. Listen to the ballad now of the bishop's tale. His mystical magic, forever grand, it cast a spell throughout the land, throughout the land. From Linden's far isle, where the sea breezes moan, Vikings threatened, so they brought him afar, guided by the light of the shining North Star. Led by Bishop Aldun, faithful and strong, guarding the saint as they journeyed along. They traveled on across the valleys and the hills, searching for a haven with a steadfast will. But the coffin stopped, heavy in its tracks. Their holy vow to save him, they could not go back. A cow maid appeared, seeking a dun cow. They chose to follow, the coffin moved now, looking for a spiritual, peaceful ground where safety and redemption might be found. They followed the maid who found the cow and pointed to Dunholm. They traveled now. Raise your tankards high, brimming with ale. Hear St. Cuthbert's wandering tale. His mystical magic, forever grand, inspired the faithful throughout the land. This is the place, cried the bishop in awe. It's a sign that we hope for, it's the vision that we saw. Upon that green hill, by the river Weir's side, they buried the saint, and relief they did abide. There rose a cathedral of towering stone, home of the faithful, the spiritual throne. Durham it's named by fate's sacred vow, built on the path of that wandering cow. Raise your tankers high, and they're brimming with ale. You just heard the ballad, it was a wandering tale. Mystical magic, forever grand, inspired the faithful throughout the land, throughout the land. Now a pilgrimage for repenting souls, the city of Durham is their sacred goal, to the spiritual island on a Durham hill, to the castle cathedral of faith and goodwill. And that, my friends, is the tale of the dun cow, the bishop, and the saint.
Yeah.
Very nice, Steve.
Thanks for that.
Great job.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. That's a
Babe
long
with
story,
Blue
but
Ox.
it's a heck of a myth. Good grief. And that's only one.
Before you go on,
It's
Steve,
got so many. Yeah.
Mary Ann, neither Ron Israel nor Chris Bamer are here, so you just might be next. Just letting you know. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Steve.
Go ahead, Steve.
No, perfectly fine,
Sorry.
Stephen. Well, Jimmy Lunsford sang his song "Drifting Hearts," and he's just a fine gentleman, that Jimmy, and he sent me his CD, which I listened to the whole thing, and this is the song that I was inspired to write based upon Jimmy's writings, and I call the whole thing "Drifting Hearts," which is just one of the songs of the 24 plus 15 songs or whatever that he's got on the 2 albums. So this is called Drifting Hearts, and I need a Capone here. Okay. Here we go. I like this song. Well, a closed mind with shattered eyes drifts through time while life slips by. But our rambling thoughts still have sight to give us clear vision to see the light. In my doorstep world that I think I know well, each song that I write, my dreams to tell, my feeble attempts to shed a little light, meandering through the lonely night, lonely night. Well, let love rise, set your sorrow aside, keep your drifting lonely hearts open wide. Be an eagle if you must, but better the dove, sing songs divine, all laced with love. Lady Liberty now is shedding her tears, while trouble and strife stir rising fears. But there's hope in each and every precious soul to lift us up again and to make us whole. Don't you let panic and fear control your fate. Defeat the dog days of spiteful hate. Their vicious, empty souls spew wicked lies, but truth will prevail with honest eyes. Open your eyes and let love rise. Set your sorrow aside, keep your drifting lonely hearts open wide. Be an eagle if you must, but better be the dove. Sing songs divine, all laced with love. Scars are carved in my drifting heart. You know, I danced with the demons, I did my part. But Mama's dreams and Grandpa's too, well, they light my path, show me what to do. Put me on a boat and I'll sing to the breeze, and we'll sail forever through the 7 seas. I'll be your angel and build you a home, just you and I, never more alone, never be alone. Let love rise, set sorrow aside, keep your drifting lonely hearts. Divine, all laced with love. Let's wander and wonder and sing as one, of peace, love, hope, and battles won. Here's to drifting hearts, may joy anchor you, and sacred love endure deep and true. Sacred love endure deep and true. Inspired by the words of Mr. Jimmy Lunsford.
Oh, Steve.
Beautiful, Steve. Nicely done.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. Thank you very, very much.
You're welcome, Jimmy. Wonderful songs you wrote.
Yeah.
They are, for sure.
That was beautiful.
That's a really good song.
So Ron is here now.
But maybe not quite ready since he just arrived.
Yes, he's not ready. He's nodding.
Well, let me spotlight and we can find out what's up. So you would be up now, but we can come back.
Wait, one more person. That'll be good.
Okay, you got it. And that one more person would be Marianne.
And Marianne's ready.
And there she is.
Okay.
All right. All right, the famous Russian skating star, Marianne Makovich.
Okay. Hey,
Marianne
Marianne.
McAllister, give it up.
Good to see you.
Yeah, the only way I'd be a skating star is, well, I don't speed skate, but I just go in long. I go up and down rivers. That was all I did. None of that figure skate dancing stuff. So this song is kind of a song about independence. That's the best I got. I'm doing a bunch of cowboy songs, especially for Americana, just because what's more American than cowboys? So this is Jingle Jangle Jingle. Yippee-yay! There will be no wedding bells for today. I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle as I go riding merrily along. And they say, oh, ain't you glad you're single? And that song isn't very far from wrong. Oh, Billy Bell, oh, Billy Bell, though I may have done some fooling, this is why I never fell. I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle as I go riding merrily along. And they say, oh, ain't you glad you're single? And that song isn't very far from wrong. Oh, Harry Lamb, oh, Harry Lamb, though we done some moonlight walking, this is why I up and ran. I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle as I go riding merrily along. And they say, oh, ain't you glad glad you're single. And that song isn't very far from wrong. Oh, Wally James, oh, Wally James, though I'd ought to stay forever, this is why I can't remain. I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle, as I go riding merrily along. And they say, oh, ain't you glad you're single? And that song isn't very far from wrong. Oh, Biff Baloo, oh, Biff Baloo, though it done a heap of dreaming, this is why it can't be true. I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle, and they go riding merrily along. And they say, oh, ain't you glad you're single? And that song isn't very far from wrong. So I'll jingle on all along.
All right.
That's delightful.
Wow, wonderful.
Awesome, Marianne. That's great. Gene Autry.
Gene Autry. It's well. Anyway, it gives me a whole new window into the cowboy culture of not having girls around and
You were just walking
dancing around
around.
in those spurs. Anyway, and then this song is just something I haven't done for a while. I'd like to take a chance to do it. Clouds, Nuage, Django Reinhardt. See the white and fluffy clouds adore the sun as he shines his light on each and every one. Still those clouds can't hide his light till the day becomes like night. So my light heart would darken too if I ever lost you, as the clouds begin to shed their tears of rain. So my aching heart would shed its tears of pain, till that happy moment when darkened clouds roll by, and then white and fluffy clouds adore the sun once again. When I was young, I longed to touch a cloud on my back on a bed of green. I'd contemplate the cloud scene. They would form themselves into a lot of different kind of pictures of the kind that pre-existed in my mind, paint the kind of scene that I never saw on a widescreen. Look, ain't that Moses on the Mount? There, Monte Cristo and a gallant count, 4 white horses and a coach proceeding madly to approach the sun and castle of His Majesty the King. Isn't that a flying saucer and a pilgrim out of Chaucer going by? They're all right there on the clouds, standing tall and proud. How thrilling to see a panorama that will never end like the movies do. 'Cause they're yours alone and under your direction. How'd you like the movie that was showing today? And what a cast! And not only the casting, but a story full of glory everlasting. The errant fluffy clouds, doing everything they always have done, like adore the sun, come out and do their thing again. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. and clouds roll by, and then white and fluffy clouds adore the sun once again.
Wow.
Oh, Marianne.
Mary Ann Callis.
How do you get so many words into one song? Oh my
Damn.
Well, I memorized them.
It's amazing.
I'd have to play that song about half that speed to get all that shit in there.
I know.
Thank you, Mary
The
Ann.
rapping was
Thanks,
great.
folks.
All right, Ron is next, and then Matt Holson, and then Storm. Letting you know. After that, it'll be Paul Clark and Neil Braverman and Freddie Kane.
There we go. There's Ron.
Here he is. Now, we talked about the concert already, Ron, but you probably have more to tell us.
Yeah, it's going to be really good. We have a lot of great performers, some of whom you know, like the gentleman that MCs this Catbird Café, Stephen Martin, but a whole lot of other good musicians. And we have as a feature a guy named Reggie Gibson, who was just named the Massachusetts State Poet Laureate by Governor Healy. He is a musician, a rapper, a poet. He teaches at the Berklee School of Music. He alone is worth the price of admission. And the concert is intended to help raise funds for the re-election of Boston Mayor Michelle Wu, who is one of the, I think, new Democrats, along with the fellow that was just elected in New York, who hopefully are going to help lead us out of the wilderness. So please try to come. We need a strong in-person audience.
Yes.
It's at 7:30 Friday at the Unitarian Church in Milton, 575 Canton Avenue. Neil, I'm
And what
hoping
is the price of admission, Ron?
$20.
Wow.
And how can people?
Cheap.
You'd like people to buy tickets in advance if possible. And
Yeah.
the tickets are a donation.
Yeah, tickets are a donation.
So where do they? It's on the Facebook event page. How to buy the tickets, but where else would people go to find that?
Musicians for the Greater Good website
Okay,
has ticket information.
good.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
folks. Please welcome back Ron Israel.
Hey, Ron.
Hey, Neil, I hope you might be able to come
I'm
Friday.
hoping to be there, Ron.
You won't be there?
I'm hoping to be there.
Oh, that would be great. If you need a ride, let me know.
Original sound.
Original sound, Ron.
Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry. Tom Maynard must not be around. I have a friend lives down by the border, and he teaches me it's too late to cry. Each day at dawn, he wades in the water, a true fisherman. He looks to the sky. Down each dead end is a tunnel to heaven. At the end of each line, the train's going home. I've been messed up and in my own prison. won my release from the trials I've known. This is a time when you can go hungry. This is a space where you can be poor. Faith has her place inside this country where nobody knows what lies in store. 'Cause down each dead end is a tunnel to heaven. At the end of each line, the train's going home. And I've been messed up and in my own prison. Won my release from the trials I've known. Here is my hand. You can rely on. Here is my heart. You may not recall. I was the one you all thought was dying, who broke for the light with his back to the wall. 'Cause down each dead end is a tunnel to heaven. At the end of each line, the train's going home. I've been messed up in my own prison. Won my release from the trials I've known. Down each dead end, there's a tunnel to heaven.
Wonderful song. Yeah.
How's you done, Ron? It's fine, Ron.
Thank you, guys.
Hold on. John, are you hearing this hiss?
Yeah, I think it's probably a fan.
You got a fan on there?
Well, the fan is on. We got a problem. Today we've had the Lord of the Flies here.
Oh, that's much better.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Better?
One fan too many.
Yeah, that did it.
Sorry.
No worries.
It's my fan club.
Yeah.
Ooh. Sing you a song about life, my friend. Got no beginning, got no end. It comes down from the mountain, up from the ocean blue, humming across the wire, running straight through you. It's a song about war, song about peace. You always get the one you expect the least. Sung by every sailor, passed from crew to crew. Its melody, its history is running straight through you. Now, oh mama, when you sing, you sing so holy. Oh, mama, when you sing your song, fills my soul. It's a song about birth, a song about death, from your first show up to your last breath, always in motion. Sets down, passes through, can't be caught, can't be bought, running straight through you. It's a song about right, song about wrong, an old-fashioned sing-along, played on every station, the ones you listen to. Who can defeat its rockin' beat? It's running straight through you. Now, oh mama, when you sing, you sing so holy. Oh mama, when you sing, your song just fills my soul.
Nice.
All right.
Nice, Ron. Hope you're bringing Fern and Tulip to the MGG fundraiser.
Can Tulip come? I don't know. She would be a disruptor, as they say.
That's what we need.
That's what we need to do, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Ron.
Thanks, Ron.
Matt Holson is next. Then Storm. Then Paul.
Let's see. I'm going to do a couple on the keyboards.
Matt Holson, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Matt.
I haven't really had a chance to check the balance, so if the piano isn't loud enough or is too loud, somebody will tell me.
It sounds fine.
Okay, good. This is a tune of mine from mid-'80s sometime. It's in sonatina form. It's got an A and a B section in two different keys, and then it's got twice, and it's got a bridge, and then only the B section, but in the key of A. So those of you who are into that kind of stuff, that's sonatina form. You spent the night with your regrets. Never closed your eyes. You might as well get out of bed. It's getting light outside. Why do you do this to yourself? Living over what went wrong. Beat your head against the past. It'll still be just as gone. So learn to forget if you want to stay young. What you should have said, what you should have done. It'll only burn you out to lie awake and think about just how sweet it could have been. Learn to forget again and again. Make your coffee, find your shoes. Time to face the day. You may not feel like going on, but you're going anyway. Do your job to pay your bills. That's all you really need. There's not one heart in all the world that's never had to bleed. So learn to forget if you want to stay young. What you should have said, what you should have done. It'll only burn you out. Lie awake and think about just how sweet it could have been. Learn to forget again and again. Back in better days, you told yourself how the truth would make you free. Do you really want to know yourself? To hate yourself? To make yourself be lonely? Learn to forget if you want to stay young. What you should have said, what you should have done. It'll only burn you out. Lie awake and think about just how sweet it could have been. Learn to forget again and again. Again and again.
Astounding.
Wow. What a beautiful,
Beautiful.
Wow. Beautiful sentiment, Matt.
Nice song. Very nice. A sonatina.
It is in sonatina form. Take too long to explain the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, probably only Mary Ann knows what you're talking
And
about.
Karen.
Oh, Karen.
What does it mean, sonatina form?
Pardon?
What does sonatina form mean?
Well, sonata form is what the first movement of almost any classical piece up till about the 1830s started with. The first movement was in sonata form. So it'll be kind of like song form, only instead of like a basic song is A-A-B-A, right? In sonata form, each A has a first and a second key. So you had that, right? Da 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 da. You're in the key of C, and then there's the chorus, which is in the key of C. I'm sorry, it's in the key of D, right? And then you do it again, and then you come back and you do the chorus. Only you do it in the key of G.
Is there like the Moonlit Sonata is in sonata form? Is there a
Well, the first movement's in sonata form.
Oh.
After that, they tend to be rondos or
Oh.
I forget. I haven't heard the Moonlight Sonata in a long time, but
Is
they
there
tend to be in
a-
rondo form, which is a simpler song form. You
Is
know,
there a famous song in sonatina form?
a song. It's not. You won't find it in songs much. No, it's mostly for like long pieces.
I see. Thank you.
You know. That's about as abbreviated as you can get and still be identified as sonatina form. So.
Well, thanks for the education.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I knew it would be good for something someday, you know.
Song sounded pretty great.
Anyway, speaking of education, this one came from some lessons. This song came from some lessons I took with a very fine jazz pianist, and just a few. But when I first met with him, he said, "Okay, what is it you want to learn?" And I said, "I want to learn your basic voicing so I can sound like a lounge trio, you know, your basic jazz trio." And he said, "You want the cool chords." He went over his computer, printed out this thing that said cool chords. And he said, and then he taught the lesson. So I went home and I took a lyric that I'd written about 2 years earlier, and wrote this song. The lyric, by the way, is kind of a riddle. It's about a perspective drawing. Yeah. Your eyes, they see things that I don't see, hiding in plain view, perfectly clear to you, hidden from me. Your hand, it moves on the clean white page, tracing a gray dream, making my eyes believe everything's changed. More real than the real world. Distance without time, where the light stays the same, and you and I on our parallel lines will meet when we reach the horizon. Your eyes are quiet and still and far. How do I get near? How do I get from here to where they are? To your eyes.
Wow.
That one's also got a lot of. So that's the cool chords.
Oh, you did a cool job. Really nice.
So cool.
That was your song?
Yeah, that was mine.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Thank you, Matt.
Beautiful playing too. Beautiful songs, beautiful playing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Was
thank
that
you so much.
inspired by Escher drawings, or particularly?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Was that inspired by Escher, MC Escher drawings, particularly?
Well, I've known Escher all my life, but not really. This was a particular artist who used to hang out at an open mic I went to. And every once in a while, she would bring something he was working on. And she did these just eye-watering, beautiful pencil sketches. They really made you want to cry. And I said, why is this so alive? And she said, well, first thing I always do is I draw the perspective lines. And she says, that's what it works. By slightly exaggerating the perspective, it makes you feel like you're closer than you really can be to it. And I said, I don't need to know the technique. So I went home and wrote that song.
Great.
Good one.
Thanks.
Most excellent.
And it's great that you educate us and explain this stuff to us. We really love it.
Yeah.
So good to see you again.
Yeah.
Why don't you eat?
Thanks, Matt.
I'm
All right, let's move on to Storm.
Mr. Storm. There he is.
What's going on?
There we go.
How are you?
Getting through day by day.
Okay.
Still haven't seen the doctor about my foot. It's coming up on the 7th. Mariah still hasn't moved. The country's still falling to pieces.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to find out which services I will have and how much of them I will have, and whether my rural health center will be able to survive, and so yeah.
And then staying positive in the face of all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
trying to do some of that. And
All right, folks, give it up for Storm.
okay,
Hey, Storm, good to see you.
thank you. So wait a minute. Now I got to get this organized here. Okay, that goes with that. Okay, so we got Blueberry Day, and we got National Day, and something about summer, beaches, as I remember. Beaches, I think that was it. Okay. Wish I had a bucket, wish I had a can. I could carry more berries than a can in my hand. Wish I had sweet cream in a big old bowl. Guess I'm gonna have to eat these berries whole. Wish my shirt was heavy and the sleeves were long. Paying the price for going picking wrong. My hands are stained, so are the pants I wore. Now I'll be back tomorrow to pick some more. Wish I had sweet cream in a big old bowl. But it sure is a treat eating berries at all. Has anybody here seen that old value caring? Can you tell me where it's gone? It once shaped, it once, try one more time. Has anybody here seen that old value caring? Can you tell me where it's gone? It once formed us as people, yet the day, boy, too hot. My brain is flipping out on me. Let me try one last time. I've sung this several times already perfectly. Can you tell? Has anybody here seen that old value caring? Can you tell me where it's gone? It once formed us as people, yet the times they are changing. I'm not really sure where it's gone. Has anybody here seen that old value charity? Can you tell me where it's gone? It once formed us as people, yet the times they are changing. I'm not really sure where it's gone. Has anybody here seen that old value compassion? Can you tell me where it's gone? It once formed us as people, yet the times they are changing. I'm not really sure where it's gone. Has anybody here seen that old value community? Can you tell me where it's gone? It once formed us as people, yet the times they are changing. And I think it's time we remember the ways once taught us by Abraham, Martin, Emma Rosa, Bobby, and John.
Yeah. Words of wisdom.
Hey, very words of peace. Yeah, thanks, man.
So the poem was mine, the words of the variant are mine, the original Abraham, Martin, and John is written by Dion. Okay. Summer vacations. 1. My mother sits by the harbor cabin, and amazed that I can get so dirty, informs me plainly that she will not have my seashore treasures inside. 2. Bees feast, explore deep inside relinquished shells, and move about the skeletons of urchins. 3. Down at the wharf I played tug-of-war with a gullible bird who can't comprehend that the pollock it swallowed is still attached to my fishing rod. Tactfully I make the bird take a dive. 4. A boat comes in loaded with barrels full of lobsters, a bucket of crabs, and a live shark. Some girl tries to pet it and goes home bleeding. 5. Then there was the fish packing truck, red bait rotting in salt sheds, listening for the bell buoy in a storm, and searching for the bodies of 2 drowned. 6. I balance over smoothly worn rocks, pop seaweed between my toes, and follow a faded boy's tracks out to holes where angel wing and razor clams squirt the spray of pirate ships and breaking waves. These songs I sing, they are not my own. They come from the sky, from the earth and the stone. They come from some laughter, a joke and a sigh, all mixed together in a loved one's eye, all mixed together and jumbled around. They come to my mouth and give me this sound, give me this sound, and bid me to sing of ships on the rough seas and lambs in the spring, of roads to be traveled and friends that I've made, of time spent together and games that we've played. These songs I sing, they come from the rain and sunshine and rainbows. So sing them again, sing them again, with joy and with glee. They're a gift of the moment that's coming through me. These songs I sing, they are not my own. They come from the sky, from the earth and the stone. These songs I sing, they are not my own. They come from the sky, from the earth and the stone.
Earth and the storm.
Thanks, John.
Storm.
That time, both the poem and the song I wrote.
Cool.
I'm hoping everything goes better with you and Mariah.
Yeah, it would be nice. I'm with whoever it was said I like a little boring time. It was Janet. That was Janet. That's right.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, we're moving on. Paul Clark is next, then we'll talk to Neil Braverman, and Freddie will drive us home.
There's Paul.
Hey there.
So good to see you again.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
Muted. Okay.
Done it.
All right. Sisters and brothers, this here is Paul Clark.
Hey, Paul, good to see you again.
Hello. Okay. Well, I'm afraid that I struggled with anything to do with the links today. I'm afraid the links will probably take longer than the song. I did have I have a piano copy of a thing a blues collection including Honolulu blues. But when I looked at it, I realised I didn't know the tune well enough to be able to sing that. So that was my Hawaii connection out. And so I thought, well, can I do anything about blueberries? The only thing I know about blueberries is that they're full of antioxidants, which I gather are a brilliant sort of protection against free radicals. And when I think of free radicals, when I heard that phrase in food terms, I wondered what it really meant, because I was more into sort of things like Tom Paine and such like, who had sort of radical political views, and he comes into this because a guy called Graham Moore from over here, one of the first people to write folk operas, wrote a song called Tom Paine's Bones, which I also found I didn't know the tune enough of. So I picked another Graham Moore song, which is called A Toll Puddle Man. The Toll Puddle is a village in the southwest here, which is the site of the place where supposedly the first gathering of any people who created what would become a trade union happened. They swore an oath under a tree. They were impoverished farm workers, and 6 of them swore an oath under a tree, and in so doing formed the basis of what became trade unionism. That was back in 1834, and that is still celebrated down in the village every year, under the same tree, I think. Unfortunately, one of their groups snitched on them to the authorities, and they were reported and tried for swearing an oath which did not include an allegiance to the king, which was treasonous at the time. So they were sent to Australia for their trouble, which became a cause célèbre, and they were eventually brought back and pardoned. Anyway, this song in the folk opera comes at the point after they've been tried, but before they've been sent away. See? Lift the leading thing and play it, hang on. Farewell to my family, 'tis now I must leave you, that far fatal shore in chains we shall see. Although we are taken, do not be mistaken, as brothers in union we shall be free. They can bring down our wages, starve all our children, in chains they can bind us, and steal all our land. They can mock our religion, from our family divide us, but they can't break the oath of a tall puddle man. To those who rule us, we are the dissenters. Do your duty, be thankful, don't complain, we are taught. For God in his wisdom so divided this kingdom, that few should have much, while so many have naught. They can bring down our wages, starve all our children, in chains they can bind us, and steal all our land. They can mock our religion, from our family divide us, but they can't break the oath of a tall puddle man. As workers together, with an oath we will bind us. The labouring poor of this country shall rise. Those in power have framed us, but they never will tame us. Arise, all you people, we'll yet win the prize. They can bring down our wages, starve all our children, in chains they can bind us, and steal all our land. They can mock our religion, from our family divide us, but they can't break the oath of a tall puddle man. No, they can't break the oath of a tall puddle man.
Oh yeah.
Nicely done, John Paul.
Interesting how things come around, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it sure is.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah. Well, of course, Tom Paine also comes into your independence theme, doesn't he? Really, um, this has an independence theme of sorts, but not in terms of national independence. This is about a woman in Bridlington on the east coast. Bridlington is a seaside resort on the English east coast. The only other thing you need to know about the song is a mention of a place called Scarborough, which is a slightly bigger seaside resort too, which turns up in the last verse. Don't know whether this is actually based on a true story or not, but it's a great tale. There once was a widow in Bridlington, there once was a widow of Brid, small and bonny at 42, with eyes of a very unsettling blue, and what she thought she ought to do, she did, whatever she thought she ought to do, she did the widow of Brid. My only darling's dead he is, and all my children grown. The house is empty, all the lovebirds flown. In place of widow's weeds, I'll let my coal black hair grow long, as glossy as a blackbird's wing, as cocky as his song. She found that she could please herself, she could the widow of Brid, swim in the sea when she felt hot, stay in bed when she did not, and she began to laugh a lot. She did, to sing and dance and laugh a lot. She did the widow of Brid. There were days when she would drop the shopping, leave the bed unmade, and sit till evening on the esplanade. She'd sometimes go to church and call on Jesu by his name. She fed as any blackbird would whenever hunger came. She learned to play the violin, she did the widow of Brid, and Saturday nights in a drinking shop she'd jump upon the countertop and fiddle till the dancers dropped. She did, stomping on the copper top, she did the widow of Brid. And she was fond of fishing boats and all their beardy crew, and partial to a salty kiss or two, and some of them would gruffly whisper, "Marry me and stay." But blackbirds do their singing from a different bush each day. She bought herself a motorbike, she did the widow of Brid, and so she could, when so she wished, ride back home early morning-ish with her hair in the air and smelling of fish. She did, and every time of a different fish. She did the widow of Brid, but though she did no harm, the neighbours sniffed, as neighbours do, till day by day a cankerous rancour grew, and many a pair of front room curtains twitched and shook with rage, for she was wild as blackbirds are. While they were still encaged, they came and broke her window panes, they did, of the widow of Brid, spat upon her cycle shed, dragged her out of her Sunday bed, chopped her hair and shaved her head, they did, cropped the hair and shaved the head, they did, of the widow of Brid. And when her sobs and hiccups stopped, she tidied everywhere, she cleaned the shed, she swept up all the hair. Some few of them came back in shame to ask her would she stay. But if you startle blackbirds, them blackbirds fly away. She sold up house, she bought a wig did the widow of Brid, and unrepenting, undeterred, she thundered off to cause a stir in poor old bloody Scarborough. She did, forget the shed and the window panes. Bugger Brid, I'm still the same, my hair will always grow again. It did, my hair will always grow again. It did. On the widow of Brid. My Jake's are great.
Terrific. All right, Paul.
Thank you, Paul.
Nicely done.
Good.
Really
Paul Clark.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nicely
Thank you,
done.
Paul.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Glad you made it tonight.
Yeah. Neil O'Neill.
Oh, yes. Hi.
There you be.
Catbird.
Hey, how are you all? Well, I'm sorry I missed everybody that I had to miss, but I was able to find my antiquated Catbird T-shirt. But
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
yeah,
nice color on you.
yeah, thank you. But I just wanted to let everybody know our next Rosendale open mic will be the second week in July. I can't believe we're in July already. So happy belated Independence Day to all, and however you celebrate it. And I believe it'll be the 14th. Karen could probably check me on that, but I
That
believe.
sounds about right.
Yep.
14th it is.
And that's it. And now we get a chance to close the show with none other than Freddie K. Let's hear from brother Freddie K. I love you all. And thanks for having me.
Love you too, man. Where is he?
Spotlight.
Here he is.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You gotta be ready. You gotta be ready for Freddie.
I don't know where my white hat is. I gotta go black. Oh, there it is. Oh. Only I have to make a fashion set. I got a Hawaiian shirt on anyway.
We saw that.
Yeah, cool.
Good for you.
Best
You
I
get
can
the
do.
program.
Yeah.
You taking a trip, Freddie?
Taking a trip, yeah. It's doesn't cost very much, but it lasts very long.
Okay,
Might
folks.
see me tonight with an illegal smile. Okay.
Put them together for Freddie K.
Hey, brother Freddie.
All right, I guess I got disabilities. I can't say the word disability. That's my disability.
Original sound, Freddie.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad I was doodling. Okay. Is that better?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Sorry.
Yahoo! Yes.
I told you I get disabilities. I need all the help I can get. I am in need of supervision. Thank you for the supervision. Okay. Rode down the Cape today. Falmouth and back. It takes a lot out of this old folk. But the traffic was pretty light, which I was happy. You have light traffic. And, it was for someone else to get them to a family party. I had to leave the dog behind. But the girl who watched Finn had just lost her St. Bernard about a month ago, so it was kind of nice for her to have a nice St. Bernard to take care of for a few hours. So, anyways, this song's called Boy and His Dog. I should probably try to shut this door. Kill the outside noise a little. Oh, all these damn people with their noise. Okay. That might be more better. Okay, this is A Boy and His Dog. I've played it here many times. Sometimes don't even want to hold it together. Sometimes can't take it anymore. Sometimes even in good sunny weather, you can't get your spirit off the floor. But when a boy and his dog become a man with a dog, and they watch the sunbeams glistening on the bay, and the bird songs are calling, and the modern world is stalling, you realize that everything's gonna be okay. 'Cause when a boy and his dog become a man with a dog, off the beaten trail or just sitting or sleeping on the hay, and even if a nuclear bombs are falling, or Satan is creeping and crawling, you realize that everything's gonna be okay. And even if a tall building's falling, or death it comes to calling, well, Jesus, everything is be okay. And even if twin towers are falling, or death it comes a calling, with Jesus, you know, everything's gonna be okay. Cause when a boy and his dog become a man with a dog, they watch the sunbeams glistening on the bay, and the bird songs are calling, and the modern world is stalling. You realize that everything is gonna be okay. Woo! Cause when a boy and his dog become a man with a dog, off the beaten trail, or just sitting or sleeping on the hay. And even if nuclear bombs are falling, or Satan is creeping and crawling, you know that shit, everything is gonna be okay.
I love that song about the man and his dog. Great song, Freddie.
All right, this song just made it off of one scribble page onto another scribble page, but it's a little less scribbled. It is as Wayne's World would say when Alice Cooper was showing up, or whoever was showing up. It's not worthy. This song is not worthy, but you know what? I wrote it yesterday, and my friend said it's not one of your better ones. And so, but like every good redheaded stepchild, I got to give it its chance to get off the bench maybe and strike out at the plate, you know. You get a chance to strike out if you don't get up. Anyways, it's probably not done or anything. But it's called $1 Billion Song. Gonna write $1 billion song. 'Cause a million ain't near what it used to be. Gonna write $1 billion song. Might need a little boost from some ketamine or some ecstasy. Song gotta be able to make you wanna dance. Gotta be able to make you want to cry. It's gotta be able to make you piss and moan. It's gotta be able to make you smile. It's gotta be able to make you wanna kill yourself. It's gotta be able to make you wanna be reborn. Ooh. It's gotta be able to mend a broken heart, mend a broken heart, or keep it torn. $1 billion song. 'Cause $1 million don't really last very long. It's gotta be $1 billion song. So if you wanna run with the Kardashians, you know $1 million don't last that long. If you wanna run with the big fellas, $1 million don't really last that long. Gonna write $1 billion song. 'Cause $1 million ain't near what it used to be. I could go on a little bipolar rant and piss through that in a day or two or three. Gonna write $1 billion song. $1 million ain't near what it used to be. And go a little crazy, man. Piss through that in one
with all my needy fucking friends. A million wouldn't last very long. I need a billion dollar song. Cause you know a million wouldn't last jack shit, wouldn't last very long. I need a fucking billion dollar song. I wanna run with the guy, she's a million wouldn't last very long. Shit, I guess I need a fucking billion dollar song.
Yep.
Oh, Brother Freddie. Thank you.
I like it too. Yeah, it's true. All right. Money.
Wow, nice, Freddie.
Yeah, feel good. Thank you, Freddie, for being who you are and what you do, and you too, Neil and Paul and Storm and Matt and Marianne and Ron and Steve and Gaia and Joe. No, he didn't show up. Jimmy and Glenn and Val and Neil and Karen and Jaina, Betty and Andy and Mike and John. Thank you all so very much for being here. It all depends on you. It's all in your lap.
Thank you, both you and Kathy too.
What? Oh,
Thanks
okay.
both you and Kathy too.
And I just have to say I like both of your do's very well.
Thank you.
They look good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you don't.
They look good.
They feel
It's
good.
just good. It's just good to see you, Stephen. I'm glad you're up tonight.
Yep.
Thank you, Freddie.
Ditto.
Thanks.
Nice. And don't forget next week's themes.
Oh yeah, next week's suggested themes. It's a gift to be simple. It's Simplicity Day next Saturday. It's Bald is In Day.
Yay! Hey!
And it's Shark Week. Da-dum, da-dum.
Oh boy.
I guess that's
Man
all.
Shark Man.
Yeah. Saturday Night Live. Yeah.
And it's National Pecan Day.
Oh, forgot.
Pecan Pie Day. Blech.
Can't wait to hear what John McHugh writes.
A long way.
Yeah.
So sweet.
We know John McHugh's gonna rhyme all of them.
I will.
Of course, you can count on him. You can depend on John.
Simple bald shark.
Well, that's all I got, except as the Lakota say, Mitako Yaoyasi. We are all related, all connected, interconnected, interdependent, one. And Wakan Kanishiyun, may the Great Spirit walk with you.
And with you, brother.
With all of you. Good night, all. See you next time. Well, be happy to be safe. I did. We love you.
Take care. I love you guys.
Good night,
Good night, all.
I'll see you next week.
You bet. Bye bye. Be well.
Well, soon.
Bye bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Safe.
Good night.